Whether or not you're new to video games, you're always ready to hear the opinion of someone else's video game ideology to hear if it's either good or complete trash. Like you're always down to say, "Yo, that's a good game," or "Yo, that's a trash game." But if you are new to video games and you want to hear someone's opinion on what games are good and bad, then this is the correct video for you. Maybe not for the more experienced gamers. This is a list of some of the greatest games I've ever played. Some not greatest games, but games I've just played, and I'm gonna rank them to show you where you should start in the gaming world, as extensive as it is. So first up, we got Atari Flashback Classics Volume 1, one of the first games I ever got on my PS4. Now, it was a great Christmas gift, but it's just not like it has all these old games which by 21st century standards are irrelevant by now. But since it's two player and hold on give me a second. Since it's two player and I can play Pong with Vedant, it's really fun and it was a Christmas gift, so we'll put it in mediocre. I won't put it in trash. Next up, we have Battlefield 1, EA's take on World War One, which is completely wrong in the Battlefield timeline, by the way, because 2, 3, 4, hardline, 1. Come on, Battlefield, get it together. Battlefield 1, gory game, great game, had a lot new mechanics than the other Battlefield games. This is an easy awesome. My mouse is... I'm really trying here, guys. That's going to go in awesome. Next up, we have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Assassin's Creed, but pirate themed. And I love pirates. And, the amount of guns you have allows you to be better than literally every single other assassin in Assassin's Creed games. So this one's going to go in cool. Because, how do I explain it? Though you could travel the entire Caribbean, the islands you could go to were very small, so as extensive as it wasn't that extensive, if you understand what I mean. Moving on, we have Star Wars Battlefront 2. I don't know if you guys know this. Star Wars is my favorite movie, period. So when you make a good Star Wars, when you make a Star Wars game, you got to make sure it's good. And I'm gonna get so much shit for this. But I don't have a problem with Battlefront 2. Yes, hate me if you will, but they've gotten rid of loot boxes, guys. Do your research. And it's got all the heroes from all eras, and I can't wait to see what they do for the Rise of Skywalker, which have you guys seen the trailer? If you have not, it's probably still on trending by the time I post this. But Battlefront 2 isn't easy. You should play. I'm really trying here, guys. Next up, we have Broforce, which is a side-scrolling shmup with up to 4 players or an online mode. And it's basically like Smash, but with cool movie characters like Terminator or RoboCop and Time Cop. But they can't use their actual names, so they instead of Time Cop, it's Time Bro. Instead of Braveheart, it's Broheart. And instead of Blade, it's Braid. But Broforce isn't easy. You should play. Next up, we have Counter Spy, a game you most likely have never heard of. Counter Spy is a side-scroller where you're a spy for an agency called Counter, where you spy on the Russians in the Cold War, I believe. And it's got a lot of unique things you can do, but it's really nothing less than just a side scroller and you shooting your gun. So we're just gonna put Counter Spy in mediocre. Next up, we have Payday 2 Crime Wave Edition. Um, Payday 2, if you've seen The Dark Knight, it's like Joker. It's like you have this like crime website that you go into, and you and like a group of 3 others plan a crime, and then you go and execute it at like a jewelry store at a Target. It's very fun, but it's just not that. It's just not that. It's an average game. Let's just put it at that. It's an average game. Next up, we have Detroit Become Human, and I'm about to get so much at SHIT right now. Detroit Become Human has only been critically acclaimed because how it looks. The only reason it is cool is because of its graphics, and it is a diffusion between Telltale and the Sherlock Holmes games. Never a good mix. So, Detroit Become Human is going in trash. I'm sorry, I know I just pissed off a lot of people. Next up, we have Donkey Kong Country Returns, and now I have never played Donkey Kong Country, but when I got that Christmas gift, oh man, that was the only game I played for years. And I recently got my old Wii back, and I still have not been able to beat the game. What does that say about me as a human? So, Donkey Kong Country, normally I would put it in You Should Play, but because of its difficulty, I'm actually knocking it way down into cool. Yeah. Fallout 3. Now, Fallout 4 is an amazing game. I played it over at Vedant's house. And I haven't played Fallout 76, but I've heard stories. But Fallout 3 was very immersive in the time I played it, which was 2018. Like I don't even know when this game came out, but in 2018, if it's able to blow my mind, that's if you're new to video games and you have the chance to play Fallout 3, play it. Take it from the lone Texan. I think I'm a good guy to trust. Fortnite. God. Fortnite, if I'm gonna put it in You Should Play because you already probably do play. Fortnite is a 100. You know what Fortnite is, but in case you don't, Fortnite's a 100 player match battle royale game. You can do 1 versus 99, or like 2v98, or 50v50. It's got very immersive. You can play with your friends because backwards compatibility is now a thing. That was really cool. Next up, we have Garden Warfare. EA's take on the mobile game Plants vs. Zombie and made it into a shooter game. This one was pretty bad. Yeah. Next up, we have rock band Green Day. Rock band's like Guitar Hero, but better because you have more instruments. And actually, the mic I use for my PlayStation is my Rock Band mic I used for this game. Fun fact. I probably told you that a billion times, but who cares? You get to hear it again. So, Rock Band, I'm going to mark it higher. Where is it? I'm going to mark it higher than Rock Band down the line because it's Green Day, and anything Green Day is automatically better. I love Green Day, by the way. It's my favorite band. Next up, we have Crunker, which is a game you may or may not have heard of. If you look it up online, it's like a CS:GO type of game. But like, here's the thing. Normally, like CS:GO, you might need Steam, and I don't know if you noticed, I record all my videos on a Chromebook, so obviously I can't play video games. But if I look up Crunker, I'm able to play a first-person shooter with a mouse and keyboard for like no cost, and it's amazing, and that's why it's on this list. And you should play, and if you do play, hit me up so we can play together. I think that's how it works. Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is like Skyrim, which is a medieval magical game minus any magic. It's really boring, and most of the area is filled with nothing, and the controls are horrible, so it's trash. If you ever come across Kingdom Come Deliverance, don't play it. Okay, Lego Indiana Jones 1. Great game. It only had the first three movies, but it was amazing for what it had. This one's cool. Yeah, it's cool because it's Indiana Jones and the boss fights were amazing. Most Lego games are amazing, but like this next one I'm about to come up on, Lego Avengers. This was a game that was taken on the first two Avengers movies, no Infinity War or Endgame, and also no other thing from any Marvel Comics movies. So that's that. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I said, I love pirates, and I heard a story like the Deadpool writers may be doing a reboot of Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'm really hyped for that. So I'm probably gonna take Pirates of the Caribbean's a definite awesome. Star Wars: The Clone Wars 3 Lego. This one's going in mediocre because it didn't have the whole show, and if something's incomplete, get it out of here. Doesn't even deserve to be on the thing. Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, and it no longer is it complete, but yeah, it goes in cool because Star Wars is amazing. Lego Star Wars, The Force Awakens. This one's going in mediocre because it was only one movie. Minecraft, a game that's the immersive sandbox game. Minecraft, you can do anything, build anything, and you can play with friends. And Minecraft is a definite you should play. I gotta scroll it up here. Here's the thing: I don't hate most games I play. Most games I play are generally very good. But don't get me wrong, there are the bad ones. Like My Sims Agent. I mean, what is this game even about? How are you even an agent if you don't carry a gun? Get out of here. Now we have No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was originally supposed to be a video game where you'd build a starship and try to find your way into the center of the universe. And that sounds like the best story. But it'd be very cool if there were actually stuff on the planet and not just barren landscape. I'm sorry, Hello Games, but that's trash. We have Papers, Please. Papers, Please is a game about a border guard that stamps passports to make sure people from other countries can go in or stay out. And I know that might not sound good on paper, but that's what I said before I was shown it. And goddamn, this is one of the best games ever. It's funny. You can do so much in it. Papers, Please is a definite you should play. You probably already watched Jacksepticeye or PewDiePie play it. But it's an amazing game. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. This was a Wii. Well, actually, it was more than just a Wii game. I think it was also a PS3 game. This is a game that has horrible graphics, even for the time it came out, and horrible controls. And it was not a part of the story of Pirates of the Caribbean at all. So this is going in trash. Also, you'd probably not even play it anyway because no one likes these movies for some reason. I don't get it. Plague Inc. Actually, hold on before I send it up there. Plague Inc. is a game where you start a plague and try to kill the world. Fair and simple. It's very fun. It's a race against time when you're. So Plague Inc.'s even though it's like $3.99 on the App Store, you should get it. I mean, come on. Most of these are like 30. Next up, Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go actually got me out of the house. Like, it got me exercising for like a super long time. I had to catch them all. This was actually my first introduction into the Pokemon world. It was amazing. I loved it. Pokemon Go, but sadly it's just cool now. It's not that. Red Dead Redemption 1. I have not played 2 yet, but I really want to get it. Red Dead 1 is an open world game set in South Texas and North Mexico. And it's a game where John Marston where a man tries to escape his outlaw past by being blackmailed by the government. It's got a great story. It's got a sad ending. I gotta put Red Dead in in the you should play because you should play. Rock